Well, hello, and welcome back to another exciting edition of Coffee with Stephen. So this week's blog is entitled Open Carry for All. And of course, it is a discussion of the case of Baird v. Pointe. This was a challenge to California's open carry ban. The plaintiff, Mr. Baird, who lived in Northern California, was challenging California's complete prohibition on the open carrying of a firearm. Now, there's some nuance on this because it had to deal primarily with jurisdictions that have over 200,000 people, but suffice to say, as a general presumption, it pretty much covers all of California. Now, he lost at the district court level. Effectively, the district court said it's perfectly constitutional for the government to preclude people from open carrying firearms. It then went to the United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit, and a three-judge panel, and specifically a three-judge panel that had Judge Van Dyke sitting on the majority, wrote a decision in favor of Mr. Baird. Effectively, they declared that California's open carry ban is, in fact, unconstitutional. Now, before you decide to throw on your Mega Blaster 3000 and head over to CVS, as it is right this moment, the law is kind of in flux. The actual decision wasn't an automatic reversal. Rather, it was remanding to the district court to enter a judgment in favor of the plaintiff. Now, that hasn't actually occurred at this point, and as of this video, the state still has the ability to appeal this decision, which, frankly, I'm somewhat shocked that they haven't done so already. Regardless, just because you can doesn't necessarily mean that you should. And in fact, this may be problematic on several different levels because, to be quite frank with you, it is perfectly within the purview of any business to say, we don't want people openly carrying firearms inside of our business. And they can simply ask you to leave. If you refuse to leave, then you're committing a crime of misdemeanor trespass. It has nothing to do with the Second Amendment. The fact of the matter is it's their private property. They can ask you to leave if they feel uncomfortable with your presence. We'll have to see how this ultimately plays itself out. It is good in the sense that philosophically, it recognizes the fact that we have a constitutional right to bear arms. And more importantly, and this is the part that's a little bit somewhat nuanced, this isn't something that's subject to licensure. If you look at the actual decision, Judge Van Dyke is very clear. Yeah, you want to go ahead and you want to license concealed carry, that's perfectly acceptable, but you cannot license open carry. That this is something that predates the Declaration of Independence itself, and in fact only became illegal and prescribed by law in 2011. So it's interesting. As I said, we're still in flux. We'll have to see how this ultimately turns itself out. In any event, as always, train constantly, train consistently, train repetitively, and train with purpose. Above all else, stay safe.